What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome all my new subscribers. As always, I'd like to take a second and thank each and every single one of you guys out there that take the times out of your day to watch and support my channel. It means the world to me. Everybody, I'm excited right now. I am super excited. I know I say it every time. But before we get into the video and I show you what I'm excited about, do me a favor. Go down below, hit the subscribe button, smash that thumbs up for me while you're down there. It costs nothing. I'd appreciate that. It helps out the channel. So, as you guys all know, I love to bring you guys along my journeys, my transformations when I get vehicles in. And I'm super stoked right now because my buddy dropped off his beautiful 2017 Corvette. As you guys might have already heard, this thing sounds mean. I cannot wait to get into this thing. It's definitely not perfect. I checked out the paint, as I will show you guys along the way. Getting this thing cleaned up, get the wheels and tires cleaned up and protected, get it deconned, get it in the garage, and we go over the paint, and I'll show you guys. It is far from perfect. It's gonna need some love. Go over the process, give you my Smurf tips and tricks along the way, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys know I enjoy it, so I hope you guys enjoy this video and this journey, and let's get started. All right, everybody. So we've got the C7 in the garage. We're getting ready to start on phase one, which is removing this vinyl wrap from the hood, from the roof. He does not want it. So we're going to be removing it from there. We're going to be removing it from there. And we're going to be removing it from this little section here. You can see I removed here already, and it only left a little spot of residue right there. You can see in the light, which is not a problem. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start here. By the way, I have my apron on for those that like to make fun of my apron. Smurf got the apron on because I'm leaning over the car. Quick tip, make sure you have no zippers, buttons, anything metal on your clothes before you're leaning over. Just precaution. Sometimes you don't think about that, but when then you lean over something and you got your keys in your pocket or something like that, you don't want that. So make sure that is out of your pockets. So here, under here is where this starts here. Now what I'm going to do is very simple. But I did purchase this kit here. It's a non-marring little mini scraper kit with picks and stuff like that. This is really going to help me when it comes to having to get down in here, because it goes, they tuck it really nice. They tuck it really nice under there. So, and down here where the wing meets the right under here, there's a little bit left under there that I have to get. So this is really going to help me pick up those edges and kind of be safe, non-marring. Don't want to scratch anything. So yeah, that's pretty much the process that we are going to start now. I'm going to get you guys up on the tripod over here, and I'll probably put you in a time lapse, but I'll probably do this hood, remove this sticker, and then turn the camera off, get the rest of it done. But just to show you guys my process, take a little bit of heat. You want to keep the heat gun moving though. You don't want to get it too hot to where it melts. You just want to heat it up to where the adhesive that's holding it on loosens and it peels right up. And if you take your time, you won't have that much residue. But if you just try peeling it off like this and just peeling up an edge and peeling it off, you're going to get residue everywhere. So take your time with a heat gun or a steamer. But the heat gun worked great for me. I mean, shoot, it's 102 degrees out right now. Shoot, I should probably just peel this thing right off, to be honest. The paint's actually warm. Just kidding, I'm not going to do that. So, get you guys set up. Let's get this vinyl wrap off and see the condition underneath the vinyl wrap. I imagine that it's good because it's probably been on there since day one. So, yeah, let's get to it. Alrighty, folks, we got the hood off. Oh man, the wrap off the hood. It looks so much better without the wrap. And like I said, a little bit of heat. Take your time. Keep it nice and warm. You will kind of, my fingers got a little toasty at certain times, but there's not 1 ounce of residue left behind. So if you just take your time, don't go ripping it off hecka fast. Just take your time. You'll feel it wanting to let loose. You'll hit that sweet spot. You'll feel it let loose and just kind of peel back. Super easy. Look at that. All right, so I'm going to get the roof and the spoiler or the deck lid done. We'll come back and check it out when I'm done. Alrighty, folks. We've got the vinyl stripe all off the Corvette. And man, this thing looks so much better. It looks so much better without the stripe. I love it. Now, I did run into a little bit of glue here up top. And it left like some etching, like the glue etched into the paint. So I'm hoping that will come off during the polishing stage. But it looks so much better without the stripe. I ended up picking up some 3M adhesive remover. And this stuff works great. Took all the adhesive off, but like I said, I had a little bit, it's like etching, staining from the glue. It's probably been on there since this thing came off the lot. But yeah, it looks way better. It's already glossy. I can't wait to get this thing cleaned up, polished up. Put some extra Smurf gloss on this thing. Clean up the wheels and tires. They're really not that dirty at all. Just a little bit dusty, so nothing crazy. No crazy chemicals are probably going to be needed to clean them. Just get out there, clean them up, get this thing deconned, and yeah. So I'm going to get my cart set up. We'll go over a few things that I'm going to be using, and we'll get her done. Alrighty, folks. I got the Corvette out in the driveway, getting ready to clean up the wheels and tires. Went ahead and made my higher pH pre-soak foam. Super easy. A little bit of Apex Auto Wash. Couple ounces of super clean and then some water. This is going to raise the pH of that and make it a higher pH pre-soak to help break down all the nasty stuff that's on the paint, traffic film, road film, dirt, debris, the bugs on the front. That's really going to help soften and loosen everything up. That way when you come in to rinse off, you don't have to worry about that on the paint when you come in for your contact wash. So I love that little cocktail. I do that all the time. I got my wheel bucket set up down here. I've got my Phoenix EOD Furies wheel cleaner and iron remover. Got my brushes in the bucket sitting in a little bit of soap. No, it doesn't matter. I can't even remember what soap I put in here. But I just threw some soap in there. I think it was like the Turtle Wax Hyper Foam, I think is what I put in there. But yeah, so got it all taken care of. Got the vet out. Now it sucked because when I went to start the car, the battery was dead. Very weak. Didn't want to start. So I had to run down to my shop and grab my jump pack. And that way I can come jump start it and get it out in the driveway. But now I am in direct sunlight, so I do not recommend doing a high pH pre-soak or anything like that in the direct sunlight. I'm gonna be very cautious. But yeah, I'm gonna get the wheels and tires cleaned up. Like I said, they're not very dirty at all. There's nothing special to this. There's some bugs on the front. As you guys can see, most of that should be softened up by the pre-soak. But the wheels and tires, I'm going to get these things cleaned up, get this thing washed, get this thing deconned, and yeah, get it back in the garage so we can assess the paint. Let's have some fun. Alrighty, folks. We've got the Corvette all strip washed in the garage, ready to start polishing the paint. Got it all dried out. Wheels are dialed. This thing looks glossy already. The paint is not in terrible condition at all. It does have little love marks. It does have some swirls going on. Definitely enough to improve that glossness level. Went ahead and wiped it down with my PELEUS panel prep. Now, I normally don't do a pre-panel prep before I polish, but I noticed Sandro, shout out Sandro over at CarCraft Auto Detailing, love his videos, but he does a quick little panel prep wipe before he starts polishing to remove anything that might be on the paint. And so I said, let me give it a try. So I did that. Got my tried and true over here. Got my cart set up. I've got my PAPACUT from Phoenix EOD, fabulous finishing polish. Couple of pads. This is tried and true. I got my Lake Country blue and orange pad. Fantastic pads. Got my SHINEMATE EX620. Now, some of you guys might wonder, like, he's always using this. He's always using PAPACUT because they're fantastic. I mean, I just get fantastic results. Like, I'm not doing a product review right now. I'm not testing new products out right now. I want to get this job done, and I want it to look nice. I want ultimate gloss level, and for me, this is for me, guys. This is a fantastic dynamic duo here. For a one-step and gloss, it's just amazing. I have my Eurofiber pad just in case I need to go a little bit aggressive depending on the clear. But we're gonna see what we got here, and it's not, like I said, it's not terrible. There is some swirling for sure, and there is some love marks here and there. I can try to get you guys in here and show you real quick. You can kind of see some swirling. There you go. Definitely has some swirling going on, some swirl action, and we're gonna clear this up. Now, I bet you after I do this section, it's gonna be easier to see, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but you can see some swirling love marks. The doors are a little bit worse. Come check out the door here. It's so hard because it's white. We can get up here on the roof. There you go. Not terrible, but definitely some imperfections up here. Now, where I took off the vinyl stripe, obviously the paint's in good condition, other than the adhesive that looks like it etched into the paint. It's weird. It's really weird, but hopefully that comes off when we polish it. We're gonna make it look the best we can. But man, let's get started. Let's do a test section. As you guys always hear me say, do a test section. The clear will talk to you. It'll let you know. I'm going to start with my fabulous finishing polish. Lake Country orange pad. Do a few passes. Keep my polisher on speed. Probably 3.5 will probably be plenty. I'll do a quick test section here, and then we'll come in and check it out. Go. Lake Country orange HDO medium polish pad. Paired up with my fabulous finishing polish, and let's see what this will get us. Like I said, speed 3.5 will probably be all I need. I'm just going to do basically this little section here. All right, let's see what we got here. What I love about this fabulous finishing polish, it wipes off so easy. All right, folks. So I just did the fabulous finishing polish orange Lake Country HDO pad. And let me see if I can show you guys. So up here, this is where the vinyl wrap was. There is no imperfections there. When we come down here, you could still see there are some imperfections here. Swirls and scratches. It did a little bit. Here, but not much. So I'm going to, judging by what that's telling me now, I always say the clear will talk to you. Now, judging by what that just told me, I could just try to go to a little bit more of aggressive pad, okay? But I already know, like I know these products, I know the defect removal I'm getting. I'm gonna try the blue pad with the PAPACUT. See what that's gonna get me. Because I already know trying the fab polish on the blue pad, blue pad is just a little step up from this pad. It's nothing crazy. So I know it's not going to be that much of a dramatic of a difference. So I'm going to try this combo, which is a great one step, especially on GM paint, especially since I know, judging by this test spot, that this is a little bit on the harder side. And I don't imagine this will even do it. I might end up with the Eurofiber pad and PAPACUT. I might even end up with another one of my polishers on the shelf, but we'll see. So let's try again. So we're going to try the PAPACUT on this side with the blue HDO pad. We're going to see what that gets us. Come in and check our work and see if this combination is going to be the combination we want to get. Obviously, we don't want to go mowing down the clear, but we do want some good defect removal. Speed 3.5. See what it'll get us. I'm having some trouble here on this contour. This is a nice big contour here. 5-inch pad does not like it. Might have to grab my 3-inch polisher. All right. Yeah. My big 5-inch polisher does not liking this contour right here, guys, at all. At all. But that's what you get with a lot of these newer cars. You got a lot of contours, you got a lot of angles and body lines and crazy stuff. So gotta learn the right tools for the right job. Let's check this out. Kind of hey, that did pretty good. We're gonna be focusing on right here. Focus on that light. We move down here. You can see right there. See that? Move this way, and it gets nice and clear. There we go. So it's definitely doing pretty darn good. And I can see by my eye, you guys can't see this, but it did a really good job. I'd probably say it got about 75% of those defects out. That looks really good. And I can tell, I was looking a little bit more closely at this fender here under the light. This front end's been painted, I think. And here's a good telltale sign right here. If you look right inside here at this molding, you can see the white paint. Yeah, you can see the white paint. It's not here. I can get it to focus. Yeah, you can see the white paint here. So this front end was painted, I think. This right side fender here, the clear just doesn't look the same as it does around the whole car. So I don't know if it was like this fender and maybe the bumper or something, but it was definitely repainted at one point. This side over here, same thing on this fender compared to the doors and the roof and the rest of the car. So I think the front end of this car has been painted. But the blue HDO pad actually did really good, honestly. Few little stragglers left behind, but honestly, I'm not really too worried about that. I'm not trying to go for perfection. This thing sits in the garage, so yeah, I just want to remove some of that, bring some more shine and gloss back, some clarity back before we coat this thing. And I think that's exactly what we're achieving with the blue HDO pad with the PAPACUT compound. Few spots, if I see that are deeper scratches and I need to use the Eurofiber, that's fine. We can do that. But overall, the PAPACUT and blue pad look really good. But this contour right here, as you guys can see, that's a big contour. And my polisher's not liking that. So, yeah, it would suck to have to use a 3-inch polisher. But a lot of these newer cars, to be honest, most of the cars are freaking 3-inch polisher. And I'm just being honest with you guys. There's so many curves and contours and stuff like that, that in order to get into those grooves and get in where you need to get to, you got to have a 3-inch polisher. So depending on the level of correction you want to go after. So yeah, I got my SHINEMATE EB210. I believe that's what it is here. A SHINEMATE kit. I'm going to get this thing out, have some more seat time with that before I do a review on it. Get this hood done, and I'll bring you guys back in and let you see. Alrighty, folks. Quick update time on the Vette as I've been working my way around. I've got the whole hood done. I haven't polished the gloss black yet on here because I'm going to use my little 1-inch pads with the rotary. I'm going to do that when I have to do all the other little intricate spots like inside the grill over here and stuff with that. So, but I'm working on this fender here. It's coming along well. Now, I've been playing around with multiple pads. I've got my SHINEMATE EB210 here. I've got my Flex PXE80. I've got my PAPACUT. I've got my 3D ACA 510 just in case. I busted that out. Have not used that yet. But I've been playing around with pads. I even forgot I had some Koshemi pads, and I've got the Koshemi heavy cut pads. I've got one of each of their Koshemi pads. I've been playing around with that heavy cut, the blue and orange. Playing around with the Griot's Boss microfiber, the new Griot's microfibers. Just kind of playing around. The SHINEMATE quick cut little wool pad has actually been really good because this clear is actually on the hard side. Like it's stubborn. It'll take it, and it's not the only GM I've come in contact with, but the clear is hard and it's on the hard side. It's stubborn, so you can attack it a little aggressive. Now, I didn't want to just jump right into a wool pad and 3D ACA 510 heavy cut. Of course, I don't want to do that. I'll just slowly work my way up, play with different polishes and pads, get a slightly aggressive as I go up the scale, and find until I find something that I'm happy with. Now, the good thing about the hard clear is you can get away with going pretty aggressive as a 1-step and it finishing out really nice, but I'm still doing a 2-step on this thing. I 2-stepped the whole hood, and the hood looks incredible. I probably got about 85-90% defect removal, which is nice. There's still a few deep scratches and nicks and marks here and there, but that's fine. I'm not going after perfection. It looks killer. I would show you here. I'll try to show you guys. Let me grab my light. I'll try to show you guys, but it's just been a pain in the butt on this white paint. But See if I can show you guys. There you go. Kind of. But it looks great. Cleared it up really nice. The center here is obviously really nice because this is where the wrap was. But the rest compared actually looks really, really good. Few little minor things here and there. Obviously, we're not going for perfection. But thing looks incredible. And I'm working my way around this fender here. Trying out, this is the first time I tried out the SHINEMATE coarse wool pad with the PAPACUT. I have not gone to the 3D ACA 510, but check this out. See if I can show this to you guys. All right, let's see if I can show you guys. Hold on. All right. Let me get over to here. Really hard to get the light to focus where I want it to focus, but if you look up top, look at how crystal clear that is, and then we get down to the bottom down here, and it's really cloudy. Huge difference. Huge difference. I know that's hard to see. I apologize. That's my fault. It's the stupid white paint, but from here, it's cleaned up really nice. I haven't finished it out yet. But down here, let's see if I can get you guys this door. Yeah, this door is pretty bad, as you can see. Which is here. Actually looks pretty darn good. There we go. There we go. That's a good shot. Versus here. Looks really nice. Sorry guys, I know the it's not the best, it's not the greatest. I apologize. But it's looking killer and it's on the hard side. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm just working my way. I'm going to be using the PAPACUT and the SHINEMATE wool pad, and then I'm going to come through with my blue HDO pad and fabulous finishing polish, and that's what I've been finishing out with. So I'm going to get back to work, and I'll come back with another update shortly. Alrighty, folks. Smurf back with another update. As you guys can see, been doing work on this thing, been getting it looking insanely glossy. I mean, absolutely crazy amounts of gloss. Now, this thing, the more I get into it, the more I can 1000% say the front end was repainted, because I was polishing over here and you can actually see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's actually there's a run in the clear right here. It's hard to see, but it is there. So this front end was definitely painted. Yeah, but look at the gloss in this thing. Absolutely incredible. Got the louvers up here on the hood all polished up. I even went the extra mile. Polished inside the louvers here, as you guys saw, and they turned out fantastic. Nice and glossy. It's the details. Got all the little dirt that was sitting in there and collecting out of the corners. It's all about the details, right? So I've been playing around. It's good to have some tools that can get the job done. This little cone thing came in handy. My rotary with my little 1-inch pad. I've been playing around with the SHINEMATE EB210 and the Flex, just kind of going back and forth between the two so I can get a really good comparison, because I've had a lot of people ask me should I get this or should I get this, and it's hard to say, but as of right now I'm leaning towards Flex, just because it's simpler. There's not 700 attachments and everything you got to do to change it out, and it's very simple. And I like that you can modulate the trigger. Can't do that on the EB210. Solid unit though. Plenty of power. Get the job done. I mean, either one will get the job done. It's all personal preference, but enjoying both of those. Enjoying using the SHINEMATE. This thing looks absolutely stunning. So, Smurf is going to call it a night. Got work in the morning. Come back, and then we'll start on the middle of the car. The whole front clip is done, and it looks incredible. So, until next time. Alrighty, folks. Smurf back with another update. We got this thing all polished up. Woo, this was a task at hand. I'm not going to lie. This thing was a task at hand. There are so many intricate body lines on this thing that, honestly, I very rarely used my 5-inch polisher. I pretty much used a lot. Now, everyone always asks, do you need a 3-inch polisher? You don't need one, but I highly recommend one. I've been using a combination of 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch rotaries with all kinds of attachments, EB210. Actually testing out some new pads as well from ZVIZZER. This is a German brand. Reached out to me, chatted with him for a little bit. I didn't even get his name, but these pads are freaking awesome. I switched over from my Lake Country blue pad and started finishing out with the ZVIZZER orange pad right here. And it's butter with this pad. I really enjoy that pad. So far, it's really nice. But I've been using a combination of my PXE80, 1-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, all kinds of stuff to get in to all the nooks and crannies, especially back here. I mean, you got the lights, you got all these grills back here. that I had to get into. Down here, all the little grills down here. See if I can lighten it up for you guys. All these grills down here, these grills back here, like, it's crazy the amount of intricate areas all back here where the light is. Just a lot of intricate areas that having a mini polisher really, really comes in handy. This thing looks... I am whooped. I have literally been working on this every day after work this week, and then getting up and going to work. And I'm getting 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and that's about it. So I'm whooped. I'm taxed, but it's finally done. It's polished and looks incredible. I will, in the final thoughts, this is probably going to be a little bit longer of a video, but in the final thoughts, I will go over everything I used, and plus everything will be in the description that I used. But this thing looks phenomenal, phenomenal. So yeah, next step I am going to do is wipe this whole thing down twice with my PELEUS panel prep. Just go around the whole car, get it all nice and clean, all the nooks and crannies. There was a little bit of dusting from the 3D ACA 510 because this clear coat is hard and stubborn. Stubborn, hard GM clear, except for the front bumper. The front bumper actually corrected pretty easily. But the stubborn, hard GM clear 3D ACA 510 will dust a little bit, just a little bit, and it gets like in the nooks and crannies and stuff like that. So I take my air and I blow all that stuff out, double wipe it down with the panel prep, and then I'll come in and apply my Immortal from Phoenix EOD, and this thing will be set. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it wiped down and get it ready to apply Immortal. Alrighty, folks, time to apply our protection. We got Immortal here. I got my little applicator pad. Now I like to use the applicator pad because it gives me more precise application of the coating, so I know I'm getting full coverage. Now you can use this, spray 1 spray or 2 sprays into a microfiber towel, wipe it on, flip the towel, buff it off. You can use it that way. I like using it this way. Just gives me more precise application. You could also use Immortal to top your existing coating. Maybe after a year, those hydrophobics are a little not what they're performing like. You want to spruce it up, bring back those hydrophobics. Immortal's great for that as well, but it is awesome as a standalone 1-year coating. In my opinion, you can get more than a year if you take care of it. So I've got the Corvette panel prepped. It's clean, free of any waxes, residues, polishing oils, anything like that, and we are ready to apply. And it's very, very, very simple. I'm going to prime my applicator with a few sprays. 4 sprays should be good enough. And what I like to do is I like to do sections so you can see this line in the hood. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply just up to this line, up to the front of the hood, come back. And it applies just like a coating. It looks like a coating. It will rainbow on you. It will flash and rainbow and let you know it is time to buff off. Just make sure you got even coverage. You can go straight lines. You can put it on in circles. It doesn't matter. People are like, "Oh, you're gonna get swirls if you do circular motions." Well, if you got a dirty applicator pad and not clean paint, yes. You got clean paint and a good pad, doesn't matter. You can go circles. You can go straight lines. Doesn't matter. What matters is getting even coverage. So I've got Immortal applied. Now I can come in here and buff right off, but I like to let it sit for a minute until I can see it rainbowing. Just like a coating, I just like to let it sit and adhere and 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Now come in. buff it off. And it buffs off so easy. That's what I love about Immortal. Make sure to pay attention to the panels next to it. You want to over wipe just a little bit. Make sure you don't got none hanging over the edges or anything like that. And it's that simple, guys. That simple. Show you again. 2 sprays. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna do this whole midsection here. I'm using the Auto Fiber thin coating saving applicators here. Go. Applicator down over here. Got my nice clean ultra plush apron on. Fantastic. Find it at Detail Division. I'll have the link down in the description. This thing is fantastic. Make sure you don't scratch up any of the panels that you're leaning over. I can see it rainbowing. We're going to come in and buff this off. It's nice and slick. Easy. Just like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to go around the car. I'm going to get this thing protected. Then we'll come back, have a little final look, go from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a look at this beautiful C7 completely coated with Immortal from Phoenix EOD. This thing looks absolutely stellar. Super, super, super excited. I cannot wait for him to see this. I mean, it's absolutely dripping with gloss, and I honestly think that I think this one takes the cake, guys. This is by far one of the, now it's not like a huge transformation, but this thing right here probably takes the #1 spot in Smurf's detail career, with how awesome this thing looks. The most gloss I've ever seen on anything I've done. Now the Camaro that I did is very close. They're both white, but this one takes the cake right here, guys. This thing looks absolutely outstanding. Looks so much better without the stripes. Fully coated, gonna let it cure. We give it 24 hours to cure. Tomorrow I will come back in, top it with Titan from Phoenix EOD, and that'll be the cherry on top. Have a look at this thing, guys. The gloss is just absolutely insane. I'm stoked. So, cure time until it's time for Titan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the final outcome of this Corvette, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. I just got done topping it with Titan from Phoenix EOD after a 24-hour cure time on the Immortal. This thing looks stunning. Absolutely stunning. Check this thing out. So, as you guys can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. Perfect? No, it is not perfect. There are still imperfections in this paint. Still a lot of imperfections in this paint. But we really brought out the gloss, cleared up about 85%, 90% of the swirls and imperfections. Really brought out some beautiful gloss in this thing. Also removed the vinyl striping down the whole center and really gives this a nice look to the car. I was not a fan of the vinyl stripes, but this thing looks absolutely incredible. The gloss is off the charts. I mean, off the charts. This takes the cake. Takes the cake for gloss level. So yeah, done. It is nice and slick thanks to the Phoenix EOD Titan cherry on top. I can't wait for him to see this thing. I'm gonna get this thing out into the driveway. We're gonna check out some final shots of this thing. And if you did enjoy this video, please go down and hit the subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up for me while you're down there. Click that little notification bell. That way when I upload more videos, whether it's product reviews, paint corrections, ceramic coatings, how-tos, full details, just like this one, you guys will get notified. And as always, I always like to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch and support my channel. It means the world to me. We're going to end this video, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day, night, evening, wherever you're at right now, watching this video. I'm going to catch you guys all on the next video.